what's up guys, this video you are currently watching would be the biggest and like best information video on my channel, basically to how to scale the agency, like raw video. And if you have the if you are able to actually stick by the whole video till the end, and if you have the attention span of that kind of, you're gonna fucking scale basically. So what I'm gonna do is basically we are starting this new year with a whole new resolutions. So we're gonna be scaling like pretty quickly, and I'm just sharing all over the journey which like made $30,000 over the past months for my agency. So basically stick by it and kind of go through it and let me know how it goes. And yeah, gonna be meet you there. So what's good everyone? So I'll be getting right into it. I know time is very less and it's new year as well, so happy new year everyone. And so basically this video gonna be about my story, because it doesn't make sense if I'm just like showing you some PPT and how you can start your agency. I can show, like I can just leak my whole journey and my whole process of like agency, so you can better understand and try to run your own agency if you have some IQ in your mind, you know. So it's just simple as that. And this video gonna cover like what I was doing, what I was doing wrong, and learnings that took to me $10,000 per month. And I'm also gonna share a big thing with you guys which you guys are currently maybe suffering with, or maybe like some in the future. But yeah man, like let's get into it. So basically what I was doing is basically I was owning an AI automation agency which was told as an AI automation guru that this thing gonna pop up. So I just jumped right into it. It was around like April, and I was selling like kind of, you know, receptionist, like take my chatbot. That was kind of thing was it. And what I was doing wrong is basically I didn't had an SOP, and what I was doing wrong was basically just go on the businesses and say, "Oh, take my $2,000 chatbot technology." It's basically looks like this: like you have a plumber friend, and you are just trying to like offer some spaceship to him. It doesn't make sense to him, you know. So yeah, like he respects your spaceship, but your craft and your technology, but it doesn't make sense, you know. So what I was doing wrong is a big tactic, is because I was just like outreaching on some, you know, god thing, and I was just like sending emails. I was not so active, and so that's why this thing didn't work for me basically. So the learnings I got from here, this part will be so quick, so I can just give you an intro, then we will be dropping like more deeper into this, you know. So basically this was all a thing. And learning, I learned that I don't actually prefer the outreach channels that are so slow, kind of binary. I need something in action like SMS, cold calls, paid ads, and stuff like that, actively generating something, not just replies on the emails and stuff like that, you know, like you have to go. So let me break down my whole process. Like what I was doing is basically searching on the Google and searching for the people who was actively looking for automation. So I wasn't just like cold outreaching. I did cold outreach for like I think 2-3 months, but right after that I just like looked up from automations. Like I was basically selling automations, so why not use it for myself? Yeah. So what I did some keyword research of the Google. So I just find the people who were like just type in, okay, I want chatbot for my business. So it's basically guess that in articles or maybe Reddit posts. So I was just going and grabbing their emails, maybe phone number, sometimes gotta pay for something, some shit, and just give them a call or maybe email. That's how like I kind of make some money on the front end. I will not say like this thing was complete flop. This thing had a major issue, which we'll be talking about afterwards. So basically what I did some project based work, like you can see 600 euros and 300, 400. I made some little bit of amount of money by doing this chat bots and voice agents and stuff. But the main big problem, bro, like the thing was from it was shiny syndrome, right? So basically, as I said, AI gurus and AI was popping that time. So I just like, okay, everyone will love my receptionist and this. So basically in this scenario, you are not just offering like, you know, jobs. They are not seeing any winning result. They are not seeing some outcome, you know. Like let's suppose if you sell ads plus automations or stuff like that, you know, you say, oh, we will get you 30 jobs. They don't even care about what automation you'll be using, how ad creative is. They only care about the job, right? So basically it's like this. You are just telling them, oh, I'm gonna sell you my process of running ads. So it's like that, man. So basically what I was doing, sending emails, talk, chat stuff, like reply, and just do some replies, sending Loom and and then after like 3 4 days book some meeting, and then delivering nothing too crazy, like just automation, so it's not like an hassle, you just have to plug and play softwares if you have some mind. So that was the thing. But the major issue with these kind of things like the receptionist and stuff like that is major part is you gotta pay only, like you earn only once in a big amount, like you can basically charge let's suppose $5,000 for an AI receptionist, then you gotta pay like $100 per month each, like recurring thing. And that's why you're not gonna earn like lifetime long. And I'm not saying like every client says like stays lifelong, but like for some a long period of time you're just gonna get the money and that's it. So as you know, like in the starting business I was kind of beginner broke, so I just like whenever I got the money I just spent it all, and I didn't knew that this was like recurring revenue. And then some guy on the some meeting like with me just asked me, okay, what's your MRR, like monthly recurring revenue? I said, what's that? Like I just collect set of fees and stuff. So he said, okay, this is not gonna build you revenue and you're not gonna pay for some shit. So I basically bought some subscriptions as well as for like Go High Level, NNN and stuff like that. And when the subscriptions started ending, I seen my bank account was on zero basically. I will be talking about that in the next steps as well. Like I have some Canva PPT ready as well. I will like just leak all the sauce right now, like today, basically. So basically what I did, I kind of shifted my business around September or August maybe, like kind of on retainers, like it's kind of more in the sense of we can say traditional SMMA or what we say as per automation, whatever you want to say, AI agency. So I kind of shifted my niche to like retainers and also shifted my niche as well. So I started doing like ads plus automations, and then I started getting like monthly recurring revenue of like $500 and kind of set of fees. So also we have an offer like $600 per month. We have like clients who pay us $600 every single month to manage and their campaigns and automations and stuff like that, so it's not just one time set of fee or thing, and we are an internal part of their business, you know what I mean. I will be talking about this afterwards as well. So after ads plus automations, just pick a niche. I picked a niche, you can pick it like by talking to ChatGPT basically. Just try to like give you an advice, just try to be straight up like, okay, some easy niche to easy to outreach. I'm not saying like less saturated or so like that, because if you go for less saturated, it basically means dead, like nobody's there, is because it's like the whole lake is just drowned, so basically I picked a niche and rip off volume, like directly. I directly spammed cold calls and stuff and started like getting 2 3 clients. I think it took a few weeks, like 2 3 weeks to get like 2 3 clients trials. I was also learning ads, and what I did and big mistake was trying to learn everything before like closing the client. So that was a mistake. I will be talking afterwards as well in the more depth sense, so basically you have to become the part of their business to actually grow with them, because if you just sell a receptionist and you do one time $2,000 and just $100 per month per month per month, it just gonna cover like software or something some shit, like it's nothing, bro. So basically you have to become the part of their business, you know what I mean. Like they can't just stand up on the stairs or like go upwards before without you, so basically my client, I scaled my client. This is an personal story, I'm not gonna take his name. So I scaled him like around from 7K to 30K. So basically what I did was I just picked some like ads and kind of run ad sets and stuff, and campaigns were so quite good. So basically whenever he wanted to scale his business, like there wasn't scaling seasons and offers in between of the time period of the whole business, so he just called me and said, okay, just rip off the ads, rip off, start running ads. And we were just running like in few weeks, then stop. So he was basically whenever he wanted to scale the season, he was just calling me out, and I was just in part of his business, and still I am till to this day. And so basically it means I learned a lot of shit in these working businesses, and I actually understand the value of retainers. This is what gonna pay your foods and rents and stuff like that, you know what I mean. And here are some wins. Like it's kind of INR. If you don't know, it's kind of currency, you can just convert it and see. This one is $2,000. I tried many offers, like many niches. I tried realtors as well, close some client there, kind of churned off because I didn't really knew the service delivery at that time. So it was basically there. And yeah, like this was an part of what I kind of did. And it's basically retainers help you make an MRR, like monthly recurring revenue. That's what I said before, which just helps you a lot more in gaining like clients, and also kind of just ripping off the scalability of the business and leverage, you know what I mean. So you don't have to just like walk and run like an
head cut off chicken just to chase clients, you know. So yeah, after this, like this all the things and the lessons I learned, I will be like talking deeply and in more depth on that PPT. So let's go there and let's talk about every single thing there. And yeah, it was kind of like simple just to give an overview. So yeah, let's meet there. So now we're gonna talking about like lessons I learned from going to from like $0 to $30,000 from like past months and combined all. And I kind of like my whole journey made a lot big money for my clients, like around 6 figures, and for me as well, like chunk of it you can say like 5 figures. But it is a massive change for me from going to like $0 to a 30K, like all the combined months. I am still like looking to hit the per month goal of 30K, but currently like passing to the January, we gonna be closing at like 10K at least, like minimum of 10K, you know. So basically from 0K, I went from like April, I think at April I started out, and I kind of like just started out with the lessons I just shown you guys. Like I just changed my kind of business perspective to this one, like kind of like just recurring thing. And I can bet like if I had this thing retainer thing before, I could easily like right now I would be sitting at like 20 25K easy easy. Like I still believe like next month we gonna hit like 10K, then we gonna just like double that 20K feb, and then just pass on that and gonna make like a what do you say like 6 figures in the whole like 2026. So I'm kind of excited for that. Nothing crazy about on this page, like got a lot of stuff on the next one as well. So the lessons I learned, that was it, like kind of just changing the business perspective. And I kind of like also changed as a person, got discipline, and got the, you know, the actual fulfillment the person have. You can't just have fulfillment by taking 30 bucks from your father, you know, like $30,000 if you make by your own, then you have the like world monk type of fulfillment, if you know what I'm saying, right? So basically, you guys need to move as soon as possible from your hometown. Like if you are currently living with your parents or kind of in your hometown, you guys need to move, because it's not about like the place or kind of mess, it's about the people you live with, the mindsets you gather around. I remember till the date I went to Dubai, and kind of my just like my mind just fucked. Like right now I'm well like shooting this video, I just went through the like agency path, I made some money, it was all because of Dubai basically. So basically when I landed in Dubai, it was basically full of abundance mindset. I didn't ever seen this type of cars in my life in my country basically personally. And I'm just seeing, like you can just see on my screen like blue Lambo, like you can even see by like foot distance, you know, at the same car, same color cars basically. And the abundance mindset, like let's suppose there's an fat ass living in your hometown. What he gonna do? Just gonna wake up and gonna see pancakes in the kitchen and gonna eat, right? But in Dubai, let's suppose, like let's take the same example, like and fat ass wakes up and sees a gym guy getting like an hot, you know, and with an supercar, and also have like multiple Rolexes. Then what gonna happen? He just gonna change his life basically, because the frequency level there is kind of unmatched. You can't just feel, you know, like motivated for a seconds and you kind of just disappeared basically. I just got cut off right now because some network problem, but nothing crazy. So basically, this is what the mindset hit you need for your life basically, so you can actually change your life and perceive what you want to become. Because the people you want to meet, that's also as an attribute to it, like network you meet. I met some e-com guys there that I still have connection. The McLaren you are seeing, this is of an e-com guy, like he's still on connection with me. We kind of do like I have and connection of the ads guy as well, so we kind of do like business ROS together. So we have the connections, and the network I got there was all because I just went to there. I just moved out of my hometown right now, and I also like kind of lived in my own country out of my home basically in Airbnbs, but kind of just here. So just, you know, like kind of isolated place. So you gotta do that, so you also have a responsibility. Like you guys know what you gotta do, right? Like you know what gonna change after you made this shit happen. Like this gonna be scary, but you need. I was just like kind of hindering when like I just was booking the flights, you know, because I didn't had much money, and I was thinking like I'm gonna just sleep on floors. Who cares? Like Dubai floors, you know, like Dubai roads basically. So this is the shit, and I may sound like I'm yapping, but that's what you have to do it. Like you have to do this shit. You just have to just go out, just go out, because you're gonna change your environment, and you're gonna change your revenue goals basically, revenue in the perception reality as well. So basically, you need to focus on acquisition before service. The only thing that moves the needle is more clients, not a website, logo, or anything that will not make you cash. This thing was a hard thing, and I believe the most beginner mistakes these guys do, like all people just try to focus and like kind of create and god's sake of service delivery. They just think, oh, need everything in place and perfect, every single thing perfect before selling it, you know. It can happen in like e-com space if you're like kind of building product, but it doesn't happen in agency basically. So what I did, I signed my first client on $1,000 and I didn't even knew how to run ads. And you know what's crazy is I got 22 leads in 2 days, like on the first running ads, you know. Like I kind of just watched some YouTube videos and just did my shit. So basically, if I had some perfect, I was like buying some courses, I was learning, you know, like school stuff and all that bullshit, it gonna take like months for me, right? So you need to focus on acquisition, don't care about service delivery, that's all afterwards. You just get the client. It's basically like that. You don't have to like worry about petrol, first get the car, you know. So basically once you get the car, once you get the client basically, so after that you have to stress on the service delivery because you just have closed him and you now have to fulfill him, right? You got the accountability of him, so you need to like make it, you know. And you're gonna learn a lot by doing it, not by like learning some scriptures and some words, you know. So that's the thing, I'm not gonna stress much about this, but if I knew this thing, I could save like months. I had like in my automation journey, as we talked before, I had like months creating a single product and it just didn't work, right? So basically my months just got wasted on automations and stuff like that, you know. It's kind of that, but nothing too crazy. And next thing would be like change frequency and your internal state. Basically this page could be the best of this video. You need to be an high frequency person, you know what I mean. Like the people who don't know about this book, I'm not gonna say some words, it's not in promotion or something. Just get this book. I'll say this, just get this book. You gotta be high frequency person. Just cut off those toxic friends or toxic music. Even as a music like Cardi rappers and stuff, because I analyzed these guys like how much frequency they had, around 50, and you can see like around 50, 75, it's apathy, grief, fear. So it's basically you don't feel good after listening to these rappers. You just kind of feel a spark of motivation, but after that you're gonna feel like angry or just, you know, grief basically. You get the enlightenment why like monk were so fulfilled. You have to like ask every single question happening in this earth, because they was so, because they were on like so high frequency level. They got like enlightenment, they got peace, joy basically in the mind of the person, you know. And whenever the like I say, oh, I'm gonna crush the sales call, I'm gonna be like, okay, perfect, this client is perfect, I'm gonna run ads for him, it's gonna be like 100% crazy results and stuff, like I got just peace. And I generally close that guy. Like whenever I was doing this before, like I gotta listen to some rappers, I was some addicted shit to music, and I just didn't like, I was angry all day when I didn't close the client. I was just like booking more appointments and it was like terrible life, you know what I mean. So basically you gotta be a high frequency person and don't be a like dead ass or like zombie type of person. Like all these guys are generally these days kind of listen all days to rap music and stuff, smoke, and they are just in guilt, shame, apathy whole day long, you know. And also like I can't just explain this whole like book perspective in one video of like, you gotta be like standing on this like 30 hours, you need 30 hours to me explain every single stuff. So just buy it and read it yourself. You're gonna learn a lot, I can guarantee you this. And this book, I will say, this book made me scale up quickly and crazily. That's what I'm gonna recommend. I'm not gonna stress much on this. You got it. You guys need a brand, high quality posts, highlights, long form content, short form. I know like it's kind of not much subs and followers right now on pages, but the amount of leverage I get from these pages, like right now you are seeing YouTube video and the Insta page, I get a lot of network from these pages. I got my band like Insta ID band, but nothing too crazy. Like these brands make me a lot more money, I can say that. I got agency client, like multiple agency clients from like I think 3 4 like big ones from only single YT and got a lot, like I think two of my niche clients from my Instagram and some mentioning stuff, you know. So basically this brand's not gonna get you clients. I'm not asking about just like outreaching for and stuff like that, you know. You gotta make network of brotherhood as well, like the people who are in the business as same as you, like agency or whatever the shit is, like trading or e-com, maybe whatever is it, you know. You're gonna make friends, like crazy connections. You're gonna be making a lot more opportunities, and this is the best era, honestly. Like it doesn't take much money to get the content out. You can just put it out, like making edits and stuff, like high quality, like highlights. You gotta be like, you think the high quality persons and the high profile people, why doesn't they like follow me? What's the thing? You think like your followers are low or your face isn't that good? It's not about that. It's how you position yourself. Because on Instagram, nobody gonna knows like, oh, you are a broke piece of shit living in African jungle, you know. So basically you can just use Dubai for pictures, like they're gonna perceive as they see on your ID, you know. So I'm not saying like use some fake shit. I'm just saying position yourself as a person who is high quality and attracts high quality people. Basically, if you are in bar or something, you gotta like click some aesthetic pictures. I'm not gonna go deep into it because I'm not that kind of person yet. Like I'm not that much good in content creation, honestly. So basically go with that, just create a brand and you will figure out like along the journey. Basically you need to take the risk. I paid my like last $2,300 for info, like mentorships and stuff. The guys I met like are so afraid to even invest like $100 in themselves. I paid like $2,000. The friends with me, like I think it was same guy, and he was from like America. He paid his mentor 9 grand, like $9,000 basically. And when I landed in Dubai, it was like $1,000 in my bank. And you know what I mean? Like in 3 days of landing, I closed like 4.5K because I don't know what happened. Like client seeing Burj Khalifa behind me or what the shit is, because it just got my high frequency. Like the all things adds up, environmental change and as well as the trust, as well as the, you know, mindset, just like kind of high frequency level, you know, what the people like. I seen people with millions of dollars of worth of watches, and so why I can't just grab like 4 grand, like 4 grand from the river? It's basically like that, man. So basically take risks and pay. I will say like get a mentor. What you gonna like, worst case scenario is you gonna get the info that you weren't was not thinking you would get, you know. So just pay, like just like some, sell some burgers or get money in again and just like buy some other info. Who cares? Basically just try things. You not gonna find like best fit in your first grab, you know. So you can just find always more and more, just make more money. I was like, I literally said, oh, I have my last 2 grand to my name and I will just send all the money to this guy. I trust him. If it all goes lost, who cares? I will make like again, you know. So I had did like ecom before, so I knew the money making was kind of like, my mindset was just abundant, you know what I mean. So basically it's all about that. If you don't wanna like stress out much on this and gonna be starting your year with more clarity, and if I'm gonna say like strategically, you just gotta focus on these kind of key points. I'm not gonna like stretch these kind of things. I have the best wishes for you for 2026.
So that was all concluded for this video. And also, if you are interested in scaling 5 or 10k, even 20k per month and beyond, just shoot me a DM or join Discord. I'll see you there and see if we are a good fit, and let's work together. And if you want to like see some results, and so that was my guy, like Rakesh Istari. He was able to close and client of like $500, nothing crazy, set a fee in just 6 days of joining, and these results were pretty quick because of the resources. And as I said, I'm an agency owner. I'm not just, you know, course guy or mentorship guy. So I run agency actively, so I know what's going on right now. That's why I actively preach my mentees, and soon we're gonna hang out with them, gonna like in-person coaching, and also we are doing like retreat as well in past, like I think in few couple months. So yeah, that was ill, like that was ill. And if you actually implement all the things I talked about in this video, you're gonna actively scale. You don't believe? You can just try, give it a shot, and let me know how it goes. DM me on Instagram, and if you like the video, just like the video and just subscribe, and see you there. Yeah, see you in the next one, and happy new year, guys.